Democrat Party hate the truth. It's like a brick to their head. They hate the truth. So you have to stop being so sensitive to the word calling. Democrats and the liberals are the enemy of democracy. They're the enemy of freedom. They prefer you to be comfortable in your poverty and never free. So I suggest that you great conservatives join us in the Civil War. We're going to have to fight back, imprison them, not find common ground. We must lead them and govern them. Never let these clowns at the seat of decision making. They are against your principles.
Well, I agree. And I think that that's why folks like myself are so threatening, because I refuse to be quiet and I push back. And they hate that more than anything because their labels and their name calling, it doesn't affect me and it doesn't keep me quiet. But, moving on, I've noticed this a lot, especially with the Democratic Party in 2017, is that they seek to divide. I personally don't think that Democrats could get elected into office if they didn't divide us, if they didn't make government the holy grail and make folks dependent on government. I don't think they could get elected. I really don't.
I want to tell you something. I'm a fan of your intellect. You see things so clearly. You see through the phase, through the haze, through the nonsense. You know they are the party of division. Look at you. They look at you and they determine if you're a female, your sexual orientation, your race. They look at you and determine your difference, never your commonality. They must separate you on a plantation, field slave, house slave, getting the cotton to the market slave. They are the enemy of freedom. So let's stop desiring to find common ground. If I had a glass of pure water and a glass of muddy water, if you're the pure water, any compromise makes you dirty. We must separate ourselves from the Americans of all ilk, black, white, rich, poor. We must continue to divide ourselves into us and these clowns. I call them poverty pimps.
Well, I mean, they're trying to force folks back onto the urban plantation, and that's the most disgusting thing of all. And they're using the welfare state and entitlements to do that, and then they're using it to put, a cloak over these people and make them think that they're all marching for some kind of a purpose. They're all marching for something like civil rights or equality or women's rights, but in actuality, they're marching for the fractured remains of the Democratic Party. But, I wonder, Mason, do you think that the Democratic Party is going to get smart to this? After all, they did lose the election with their identity politics. Are they going to wake up and realize that this is a losing tactic?
They think this is a winning tactic. You have to understand how they think. They believe they're stronger now because we are separating ourselves. They got their own people now that they can manhandle themselves. They have their own slaves they can manipulate. You mentioned marching and demonstrating. Listen to them. They're marching for minimum wage, not maximum wage. They're marching for low-income housing, not high-income housing. They're marching to continue. They're demanding to continue to send their schools to these gang prep schools. Their kids. They're demanding better treatment in misery, not freedom from misery.